All right, let's go talk to the old veteran about the flower. And I suppose we need to talk to Titus again about the damn tape. Like, it's possible that Titus did think that the guy did rape her, but apparently he didn't talk to her about it. Or at least not enough. Alright, Titus.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
He didn't rape her. So I talked to Clesia about the tape.
And
That's not how you say her name. That's... Is that... Do I have the same name as... Okay, whatever.
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets. Ready for another blow.
And nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
I think you're the bad cop, buddy.
You caught him off balance. Push, and he will give way.
Gold? It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence. It was drunk. It was dark stuff, but it did not prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have more effect. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus. Gold? It's just locker room talk. It's not evidence.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there.
That wasn't a planned rape.
Sounds like he wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
She did not say whoop-de-doo.
I can confirm that.
I see what you're doing there. Let's push him.
She didn't? Well, whoop-de-doo then.
He's too angry to drink his beer. He just stares at it. It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
His lips barely moving.
Right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
He slams his giant fist on the doorframe.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm, as if trying to grind it smooth.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
I think this is personal for you. I think you have feelings for her. You know what I think? Women are crazy, man. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she is still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? I think this is personal for you. I think you have feelings for her.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
Wait, what? Everyone's got feelings for each other. Where are you going with this? Glenn explodes with indignation.
It's all right, Glenn. I just thought, I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently, I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He smiles sympathetically.
He wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
You know what I think? Women are crazy, man.
You can say that again, copper. Right here.
He holds out his giant fist.
Here we go. Bump it hard.
Bump it hard.
Your fist connects with his. Hard. The slam is audible. You can almost hear his bones ring. Your knuckles tingle, life-affirmingly. A flash of pain, like slamming your fist against iron. He is stronger than he looks. And he looks like Ramut Kazai.
And now you, Bina Claude.
His voice is chummy as he turns to the lieutenant.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses, then extends his curled fist and taps Titus's bruised knuckles. A bond has been formed. Not bad.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
You don't know? She's a model. She won a pageant. Titus, she has special training. And I'm not talking about Aranye's lit. She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. Does she have a death wish? She could. I mean, I don't know. She's a hardcore party girl.
Yeah, you're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
The mask says with a philosophical look in his eyes.
With an overdose, you can at least try to come off it. Take a bath, do breathing exercises, get medical attention as necessary. With an underdose, you're just you.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober.
I don't think this is... We're not going to say this one. I don't think that's going to get us anything. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
He puts his giant face in his hands and sighs.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
He taps on his notebook.
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
He throws his beer can down.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
The man shouts from behind the counter.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Damn. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. Convince Titus he's being manipulated. Should we go down this rabbit hole here? Let's do it.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
He taps on his notebook, then turns to you.
The thought forms in your head like a lightning strike branching in the sky. No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
You're right. There's no local drug trade except you. No. Do the honors. You've earned it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs, at least this way. You have some control over it. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? The stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Little shit. That's Kuno in the yard.
Yep.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing, she runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
The woman's eyes.
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
42% chance? Oh, there's no way we're going to pass this, right? Is this a white check? It doesn't say. I can't tell. How do I... It is a white check. Okay. Here we go. Yes!
Titus, he's being manipulated.
Yes!
You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
What is the second choice supposed to be like? One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
Lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go
Write down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Hold on. Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men in Martinez, their district, their responsibility. Because they like killing? Oh god, I don't know which one to pick. Because you work for the wrong people.
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
They just hang you, like in the Dark Ages. Just make a display of your corpse. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. They just hang you, shoot you, light you on fire. They don't care. Yeah, they can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
The fat man says with a wheeze.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Little guy hits Angus on the back of the head, a loud slap.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Your room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
He grabs his chest.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everett.
He turns to the fixer.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off, without looking back.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to you.
That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That was the new window.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If she didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
Who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
You had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
What do you mean?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it. For political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker? The missing eighth Hardy?
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
The big guy steps toward you.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location? You're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her, aren't you?
Glad you understand that.
Sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go...
He grabs his beer and swirls it in his hand, then thinks of something.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
Still, after all this headache,
But you would still prefer it if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Whew, man, we are getting a lot of information. This case is just like unraveled so much in the past hour. It's pretty ballsy of her to be sitting on the rooftop if that bullet was meant for her. In fact, I'd be surprised if it was meant for her, considering she's still alive. And I can see why the mercenaries haven't acted yet on, taking people down.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Chill. I'm the cool cop, remember? You don't look surprised. You're expecting this?
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
She winces.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
The Hardy Boys are not the law. We are. It's a good enough reason. Cool. I'm satisfied with that explanation. It's a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
Oh, I said that's not a good enough reason. Okay, well, more?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again, where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? The RCM isn't the lapdog of the moral intern. You don't have to worry. Is that why you keep looking over your shoulder?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights her cigarette. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. but bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
There's a wince and a pained little smile. What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired
He
you.
taps on his notebook.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. Serves them right. When I am king, this savings bank will be the first against the wall. You're right, this is bad. You destroy what people have built. There's a lot of shit you've got. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into. It's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
What happened here? The night he died.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
The silhouette of the bed is visible. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position.
Okay, she's going into all of it, okay.
Me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead, before he fell down on top of me.
What happened then?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
So he probably wasn't stripped, huh?
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
We're going to need more detail. Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do to them?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full.
You guys think Sylvie is the 8th Hardy Boy? It's my suspicion. Although, I don't know, maybe not, because he works the bar and not a lorry driver. But I guess, I don't know.
Ruby was there too.
Ruby.
They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Maybe Ruby's the 8th.
Ruby?
Who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says this is self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
Did you party with Ruby too?
No.
The beads on her teeth shine.
Still, there is something there. She won't tell you.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Mm-hmm. What did you do then?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too.
Oh.
It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Where is she now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
What happened? Did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Did you kill him?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
There's a silence.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs. It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy.
Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him. It's okay if you did. If you did in self-defense. Desire drives people loco. Drugs are an integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contributed to its end. Yeah, maybe drugs did it.
What does that mean?
Do drugs make you aggressive?
No. People don't take drugs to kill each other. They take them to feel okay with each other. I thought you Ravishol people would be more enlightened on this. I'm sorry, officer. I'm under some stress here.
I don't think she did it. Desire drives people loco. We could go at this.
She simply shakes her head. She has the training for it. You've known it since she first greeted you here on this roof.
It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
People have this crazy idea that you did kill him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She's getting scared now of you, the downstairs people, all of it.
I'd like you to answer some more questions, miss.
Like what?
She waits, her light brown eyes wandering over the floor, over your face. Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did.
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
She shakes her head.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why'd you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why'd you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag. I think we're done for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here?
In God's name, wake up. 3% chance.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached. If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Just a proposition. Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational, but more illegal?
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Let's return to this later. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess we gotta go talk to Titus once more. Where's Ruby at? Ruby's who we need to talk to. Feel like we could probably have a reasonable conversation with the mercenary guys too. It doesn't seem like the Union did this.
It's you again. What is it?
I need to find Ruby. Okay, I talked to Klesia. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Leans back and regards you with curiosity. Because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Letty's killer. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin it on her. I suspect she's killed the victim. That's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. She's a suspect in another case. I'm investigating a drug smuggling. Because she's your real leader.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
How many times must I tell you?
Yeah, fuck off.
Okay, I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lily's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it.
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected.
We could do this! Zara's yawning.
Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it. Somehow. Something else. Walla walla bing bang.
Walla walla bing bang?
It's just not coming together. I don't know what it means, but it felt like the most appropriate thing to say. That's what the witch doctor would
Give
say.
up.
And there we go. Your mind is a relaxed muscle. It's so nice and easy to give up, isn't it? On the downside, you have no idea what you were supposed to do now. I could have debriefed you. Blissful idiot. Say something. You stood there for too long.
We're going to take off now. Okay. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Ask the, right, that's the veteran dude. Okay. Still need to go talk to the union boss. That's something we could still do. All right, let's head out. Talk to the veteran. He's down here, right? Assuming he's still playing. Yeah, there they are.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
No. Do Maybells mean anything to you, Renee? Show him the flower.
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Hold on. Is this a royalist military tradition?
It used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Did they bring you good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
You stirred up some bad memories there.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston. But not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do
The lieutenant quickly asks.
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
Okay. Thanks you for your time. Level up. Okay. What do we want to level up now? Huh? uh... Hmm. I don't know. So a lot of the things that we can't do are tied to our psyche and intellect. Now, as far as I know, I can't, like, level this up, can I? I don't know what this plus is. Like, what's the plus for? I think volition is good. It'll help us potentially with the girl. And I think this goes hold yourself together, keep your morale up. I think we're getting to a point where we're getting better at that. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So quest-wise, still haven't found a murder weapon. Was it? Do you think Ruby took our gun? I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one that has our gun. Suna. Oh yeah, this is all the beach stuff. Okay, let's go talk to the mercenary. Maybe we have something new to talk to him about.
Right to work!
I actually need to speak with the union boss.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. Why you want to meet that fat asshole?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him.
Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense and dangerous. Somewhere below it all.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity.
Let us work!
What's your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you were unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge.
He seems to be following his orders well enough for now. But beneath it all, there is a boiling rage and a dangerous carelessness. Do not be fooled by the programming. There is a precarious balance inside him, keeping him in check. But it's shaky as hell, and he's tired of it.
I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
Okay. Damn, I thought that was gonna work. Alright, I know I put a point in the thing we need to jump down. but let's just see if we can. I really want to beat this guy up, so let's just see if we can do it again.
Your race descent has
No.
only...
Okay. Okay. Let's go all the way back. All the way back over here. Can I just like... No, I can't just point there, because I gotta go through a Kuno's shack. Man, we've gotten a lot of information, though, over the past couple hours about the case. I feel like we've kind of blown it open a little bit. Still don't know where Ruby is, though. I know I could go up there and try the volition check again, but I don't... Even with that point in it, I don't think we'll pass it, so... We'll do it whenever we go into the Whirling in Rags again. Okay. Let's get up here. And hopefully we pass this check, otherwise I don't really know what we'll do.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on
It's
the
an
rail.
83% chance. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Progress. Oh, look at that jump.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Yeah, look. I don't think we really needed to make that jump. Close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. Martinez goes about its daily routine as you soar through the air. The loud voices of protesters mix with the engine sounds from the traffic jam. Waves crash against the pier, and dense, salty sea air fills your lungs. Also, you should be having a drink right now. You should have a bottle of alcohol in your hand right now.
Don't let go of the moment yet.
The little backyard kingdom of Kuno looks almost idyllic when it's not dominated by a decomposing human being. And its de facto ruler, Kuno the Gremlin King, is pointing at you, talking to his friend. What is he saying? Flying faggot, winged pig, shit is airborne. These are the only words the wind coming in from the Insulindian Ocean carries.
Continue the voyage through the sky, salty air. Damn, that landing.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must
Yep.
be the adrenaline.
Harry's back.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the
The
harbor
lieutenant
now.
exclaims.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Alright. Look at that. Is that better than my jacket? It is. Well, I mean, it's the same amount of bonuses, but I'm gonna go with that. Hell yeah. At least our colors match now, except for our shoes. We definitely need like a new shirt, though. What does this one give us? Just 1+1 physical thing, huh? Do I have anything better? I don't have a lot of shirts, actually. This one gives us one conceptualization. That could be good. Wait, no, that's not... I was looking at this. Okay. We have this, too. Cool. Get that back on. I don't know, I think what we had on was probably the best we could get, though, wasn't it? Yeah, this doesn't have, like, any negatives. Okay. Man, we look pretty cool now for our trash bag. Collecting rainwater. Alright, in a new area. Whole bunch of bottles here. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it
Nice. This is really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. I'm just not completely convinced it was me. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor. Yeah.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, right? For now, let's just move on.
Yep, give me the bottles. Oh, Jesus. I need you to move. I need that last bottle. Oh, there's 2 bottles. Now we're gonna be rich. Alright, what do we got in here?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud.
So this is where Renee works. I'm gonna have a look around. Search the booth.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. Rene looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of Rene?
I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. Making an artistic photo collage, Kim. I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Yeah, well, I mean, who has the ability to shoot... Who would have the ability to have, you know, shoot a long-distance military-grade weapon through a window into somebody's skull? Hmm? An old soldier, maybe? All around you, great machines in, quiescence. What's this? White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. It looks like a forest under snow.